Hey guys, and welcome to Coding for Kids. In this video, we are going to be talking about backgrounds and sprites and arrow keys and space bars and movements, everything. And this is going to be an exciting video because you're going to learn a lot of new skills, and a lot of what we're going to be learning today, you're going to use in a lot of projects. So first, let's look at how to create a new sprite in background. So of course, we love this cat, we love this white background, but what if we're gonna create a complex game? We don't want, this cat in this background. We want a little more different. We want something different. We want something fun. So what we're going to do is we're first going to delete this cat. So now we have a blank screen with no sprites at all. So first we need to have a sprite. So we're going to click this little blue button that has a little cat, and we're going to click it. We're going to click it. And here you're going to have a menu full of sprites. You can keep scrolling down and down and you'll find lots of different sprites. So now we have come to the Sprite Selection area. So now you're going to select a sprite. You can select anything you want. I am going to click on Abby because she looks cool and she was the first one I saw, but let's choose Abby. So here Abby looks a little too big for me. So you can just adjust the size right here to any size you want. If you want a smaller size, you just choose a smaller number, and if you want a bigger size, you choose a bigger number. And you need to experiment with the size because you're not going to know the exact size for everything, so just experiment and see which one you like the best. So now that we've chosen a size for our sprite, we're just going to look at this little menu right here. So first, this is the sprite's name. Then it says, so you can show your sprite and you can not show your sprite. Just show your sprite for now. This is like when you're going to code it for it to show, but we're not going to code anything like that, so we're just going to let it show. Then this is the X and Y position. We can drag our character like this, so we don't really need to mess around with that. So that can just be like it is because we can drag it anyway, and that's all you really need to know right now. Then this is our size, and then it's our direction. So this is what way she's gonna face. So if she's like this, she'll be facing like that. So we can make her do some spins, but yeah. So we're just gonna make her face 90 degrees, and we're not going to mess with that either. So now that we have our sprite done, let's look at how to create a backdrop or a background. So we're going to go to this background, and it has a little picture right here. So we're going to click that, and it's going to bring you to a large selection of backgrounds. So now you're going to pick one from these, and you have lots of options. I'm going to click, let's choose background 2. Ooh, that's nice. So now we're just gonna place Abby right here. So now we have our sprite and our backdrop done. So now let's look at the coding portion for this video. Okay, so now we have done our sprite and background. So let's look at the coding. So first, let's look at so in the last video, we talked about hello world, and when we press this, it's our sprite is gonna say hello world. So now let's take that same concept and apply it in a different area. For example, we pressed this green flag when we were doing the Hello World program. But what if we want to press something else? What if we don't want to just click the green flag? So what we're going to do is you're going to go to this events yellow circle. And right here, down on the bottom, well, not down on the bottom, but below the green flag clicked, you're going to drag this when space key clicked. So instead of dragging your mouse and clicking the flag, you can just press the space bar. It's a little bit easier. So you can now add any type of code, and when we press the space bar, it's going to happen. So you don't need to click this anymore. So what type of code are we doing? So first, just to test it out and for you guys to just understand this block, I'm just going to say hello for now, just for now. And when we click our space bar, it's gonna say, Abby's gonna say hello. So that is pretty cool and pretty neat. So now, and to delete a block, you just bring it back to the toolbox, if you guys didn't know. So now we know how this block works. Now let's apply it in a different way. So let's say Abby needs to move around her bedroom because she can't stay there all day. So she needs to move around and she needs to, sleep, go out, work, do other stuff. So what we're gonna do, and we're gonna help her. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our motion category right here. And if you go and you drag this move 10 steps, the very first block, Abby's gonna move 10 steps. So if we press our space bar, she's gonna move a little bit. You can see she keeps on moving. So that is pretty neat and pretty cool. But Abby only moves one direction. And you can think about it. Every day, we don't move one direction. We move multiple. We move up, we move down, we move to the right, and we move to the left. So we want to do the same thing for Abby. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to delete this block. And then, next to the space bar, you see this little triangle. And when you press it, you get a drop-down menu, a long one. So what we're going to do is we don't always need to click the space button. We can click letters, numbers, arrow keys. And right now we're gonna focus on the arrow keys, but to be honest, you could pick any of these. Right now we're just doing the arrow keys. You can press any letter you want. You can press A, B, C, D, E, F, G, anything. So what we're gonna do is we're first gonna do the up arrow key. So now that we have this down, now we're gonna go to the motion because we want her to move up when the up arrow is pressed. We don't want her to move left or right or down. We just want her to move up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the motion, and we're already there, and then we're gonna go here and we're just gonna scroll down a little bit. Okay, and then you should get this change X by, change Y by. So first we're gonna do change Y by, because that's the up one. So we're just gonna do change Y by, and then 10 is fine. If you want her to move more up and you want her to make bigger steps, you could put it to 10, 20, 30, but we're just gonna keep it at 10. So now what we're gonna do is, because she's gonna move up, we're just gonna keep it like this, and then when we press our up arrow key, she's gonna move up. As you can see, she's gonna go out of the screen, but she's gonna move up, and that's pretty neat. So that's how you code for the arrow keys. So now let's look at how to do it for down. So we're gonna go and we're gonna drag this one space key pressed, and we're gonna put it to down arrow instead, because we don't want her to move up. We're gonna move her down. So we're gonna press down arrow, and then we're gonna go to the motion, and then we're gonna go down here, and then we're gonna choose this change Y by, but instead of 10, because that's just gonna move her up, we're gonna put -10, and that's gonna put her down. So if we press the down arrow key, she's gonna go down, and then if we press the up arrow key, she's gonna move up. So up, down, up, down. So that's pretty neat and pretty cool. So now let's look at how to move right and left. So first, let's see how to move right. So it's kind of the same idea, but it's a little bit different. So first, let's go to our events again, and let's drag this one space key press, and then we're gonna go to the motion again. But instead of change Y by, we're going to change X by. Because if you know the coordinate plane, you know that this is Y, this side right here. So the more you go up, the more you go up, the bigger the number is. The more you go down, the more negative the number is. And if this is the X coordinate, so right here, the more you move this way, the more it gets bigger. The more you move that way, the more it gets smaller. So if we press the right arrow key right here, and let's just move that block here, we're gonna change X by 10 right here, and we're just not gonna change that. And then if we press our right arrow key, we're gonna move Right, so that's pretty cool. And now finally, we're gonna code it for the left arrow. So we're gonna go to our events, and then we're gonna go to the space key pressed one, and then we're gonna go to the motion, and then we're gonna do the same thing we did for the X, except like we did for the down, we're gonna make it -10 right here. So now if I press my left arrow key, I'm gonna move left. So, oops, sorry, I didn't change that. Okay, now we're gonna move left. So as you can see, we're moving left. So that's how you make your sprite move in all directions. So now let's see. She moves up, she moves down, she moves to the right, and she moves to the left. So this is how you code for this this arrow keys movement kind of thing. So why this is so helpful? Why is this so helpful, Rithika? So if you have ever seen, I'm just gonna take a common example. If you ever seen in race car games or racing games, you know that to control your car, you're gonna either move left or right or up and down. That's how you control it. It just doesn't automatically go by itself. So this is how you do it. If you play any type of online game, you know that you need to press your arrow keys to move. That's what we did here. Sometimes it might be some different like letters or numbers, but usually it's arrow keys. So this is very common in lots of games, and that's why it's very important to know this. So now, once we're done, we're just gonna title our project. You could title it whatever you want. I'm just gonna title it arrow keys. Oops. Okay, so now that you've titled it, you can save your project, and then this is a nice, just getting to know arrow keys and movement in this project. You don't really, there's no game in it, but it's just really helpful. So I hope you guys enjoyed making this little fun little mechanism, I guess, and I hope you guys learned how to also make new sprites in backdrops. So I hope this all made sense. We're gonna go over what we did today, but I hope this all made sense to you all, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.